Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at Noodle Tools and how to put websites into our citations list. So to begin with, I found a website here. I'm going to pretend that I'm writing an essay on Leonardo da Vinci, and so I found this website on the inventions of Leonardo da Vinci. And if I'm interested in using this for my essay or my research paper, I'm going to go to Noodle Tools. And first I have to have a project into which I put the citation. In this case, I'm going to use a project that I've made earlier called Noodle Tools Examples. And to go into the project, I simply click on the name. That's going to bring me to the sources page, and this is where I add my sources. So to add a source, I'm going to go up here to this green button on the right hand side and click New Source. And I'm going to tell Noodle Tools what type of citation I want to create. This is from a website, and this is from my web page. Most of the time, the articles you'll be citing will be websites, web pages, although there are some exceptions. Once I select that, I'll be taken to the page where I can fill in the individual fields for the citation source. So the first one is the URL. If I go back to my website at the top of the page, I'm simply going to grab the web address or the URL, copy that, go back to my Noodle Tools page and fill in the URL field. The date of publication is the date in MLA that the website was most recently published. So again, if I go back to my website and I check around on the page, I can see here that this particular article was updated on November 5th, 2019. So that's what I'm going to use as the date. The most recent date of publication. In this case, November 5th, 2019. The most recent date of access. The date of access is the day that you have looked at the site. It's almost always today. And so in this case, I'm just going to click the Today button, and it's going to autofill in, and you can see that I'm looking at this on January the 12th, 2022. Next, I'm going to scroll down the page and take a look at the contributors. This is where I would select the author of the web page. If it is provided, I put that information in. In this case, it tells me that this article was written by Mary Bellis. That's the author of the page, and so that's what I'm going to put in. If they give you a proper name, then you can fill in the first name, middle name if it's provided, or middle initial if it's provided, and the last name. In this case, I only have a first name and a last name. Occasionally, you come across group authors. So, for instance, the history website, almost all of their articles are authored by history.com editors. That would be an example of a group author. If you ever encounter a group author, you simply put the name of the group in this field, last name or group. So it would be history.com editors, all in this field. But in this case, I have a proper name, and so I'm going to move on. The next thing I want to put in is the name of the article, the web page or document article title. In this case, the title of my document is Inventions of Leonardo da Vinci. And so whenever possible, I copy and paste that information to save time. So I'm just going to copy that in here at this time. Now, Noodle Tools will give you suggestions as to what it thinks should be capitalized or not capitalized. It's suggesting to me that I should capitalize the word "da" in Leonardo da Vinci, but I know that this being his proper name, that is in fact correct. However, sometimes you'll see things like this. If there's improper capitalization, Noodle Tools will tell you, oh, look, the "of" is being used as a preposition, should not be capitalized. So most of the time the suggestions that Noodle Tools gives you are quite accurate and you should follow them. They will pop up if you see one of these. You should check for that. Once I have the article title in, the next thing I'm going to put in is the website title. The website in this case is Thought Company. And so that's what I'm going to put in there. Name of website, Thought Company. And the publisher of the site is typically found at the bottom of a web page. So if I scroll right down to the very bottom of this page, I can see, here's the information here. Thought Company is part of the Dot-Dash Publishing Company. And so Dot-Dash is the name of the publisher. Some websites will ask for who is the editor of the entire site, but this is extremely rare to have this information provided. It's rarely put in. Same with the edition, version, revision numbers. Those are very rare. So typically, once you've put in the publisher, you've completed all the fields you really need, and so you can click Save. And now I should have my first citation on my page for this particular website. And that is how you put a website into Noodle Tools.